Welcome back, trainers, and we have a new season of Go Battle League, Season 9, which has begun. So I hope you did put on a star piece when you did collect your rewards for that Stardust. You're going to see how much I'm going to be getting here in a minute. Spoiler, it's 300,000, plus the Stardust that I did earn throughout the whole season. We're talking millions here, so this is looking great. And we're going to be taking a look at some of these Pokemon with newer moves. Now, they're not completely new to the game, they've just been added into their move pool. And or some moves that have just simply gotten an update, like Zap Cannon, which will give you a guaranteed attack drop on your opponent if you do land that. All right, so we have a few things to talk about here. Nothing too crazy or anything. Nothing like out of the ordinary that I wasn't expecting. Nidoking needed some sort of introduction to make it better. We do have Fury Cutter, which is going to be Legacy, and why would you want to run that over Poison Jab? Well, it charges energy a lot faster, and that's pretty much it. I mean, there's really no other benefit other than charging fast. The damage just means nothing. If it's super effective, so what? It's like very small damage, and there's no stab. Poison Jab, we did try it once. Not going to say I liked it particularly too much, but hey, it did happen. We just did it once, and we're going to be using our shiny Nidoking if we even use that. Now, as far as the Porygon Z Zap Cannon, the attack debuff guaranteed, that's nice. It's going to take a while to get there, even with a lock on, so you might find yourself in a situation where you're trying to farm up, and you're just like, forget it, I'm just going to go try attack. This is taking forever to even get to that Zap Cannon. But it's the Porygon family. I love it, so we had to test it out. We're going to be using this team the entire time. And look, we're going to go over to PvPoke so you can see where these things are ranked, even with their move updates. It's not like these changes made them so much better. It's unfortunate because Nidoking is one of my favorites. Yeah, so it's a little unfortunate that Sandtomb is really not picking up any sort of slack for it whatsoever. And that's pretty much it. Now, I'm going to be honest with you here. It was annoying to run this team. It was annoying to play the new Pokemon. I enjoy the shakeups, but when they make things happen that don't really do much for it, but it gives you almost a little incentive to try them, but then they just fall flat on their face because, well, they just can't keep up with the nonsense in this meta. And some people are going to have wacky moves. I know. Okay, let's just get that out here. We're in the early stages of, battling people. So people are just going in here probably with just random teams or whatever 1500 CP Pokemon they do have. So yeah, don't any sort of judging of people is just going to get deleted down in the comments. All right. But yeah, it frustrated the heck out of me. And it wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. It didn't really do much for me. We're going to see some good battles here, but this is, like I said, the early Season 9 Go Battle League, where we're in rank 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're not going to really see anything too crazy here. And any sort of like completely hard meta, where people are just trying really hard, like right now, it's stage 1, 2, or 3, 4, 5. I'm not going to show those. Why would I show a video where I'm just getting straight hard countered by like top 10 meta? Not happening. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and swap here. There's my thoughts. I mean, I could keep going on like I usually would, keep just babbling, but let's get into these battles and see what we have going on here. I gave you my initial thoughts, and let's see what we can do with these Pokemon that are going to be ranked beyond 200. All right, so it's just like, wow, what are we doing here? Right, we're having a little fun while this season has just begun. So in comes the Entei. We're going to go ahead and go for the Tri-Attack here. Porygon Z is okay, it's doing its thing. I always love to use these evolution lines. Porygon, Porygon 2, Porygon Z. Well, not Porygon itself, because that's just really bad in the game, but Porygon 2 and Porygon Z are one of my favorites here. So I just wanted to put it up, match them up against with Glade, because it is resisting fighting. It is resisting potential psychics. Well, it's neutral, right, because of the fighting type. And then we also have grass for coverage. I was actually first trying out something else, but it just didn't work out. So this is what we stuck with here. Oh, superior. So we're met with the Survivor. I see, this is what I'm talking about. Some of these things are just, a little crazy. So they're swapping into a Kingler here. And honestly, a lot of them can throw you off. They may not be a good Pokemon as far as Go Battle League is concerned for the ranking, but hey, they might actually beat you because you don't know exactly what move they're going to have or what move they're going to do or what's going on here or what's the count, because you're not used to the quick move that they do have, right? So it can be something good for them. So let's get into it completely. They're bringing in the Greedent here up against our Glade. Now that Greedent has Bite, so it's digging in there with that quick move. We're going to go ahead and swap into our Nidoking. Now this is the Poison Jab, which I used once, and then I just said, I think I'm good on that, and I'm not even able to get off the ground move, which is just lovely. Now I'm over here trying to farm this thing down. I'm in Dreamland, right? So we're going to have to just let this go through. We don't really want to use the shield quite yet. Since they do not have any shields, we're going to be able to get this through. Now, I just had to stop the recording and go downstairs because we're taking the win there. Let's step away from this. A little fun story time. Now, here she goes again, barking. Now, there was this dog that keeps coming around here. This, like, look, the way I feel about dogs is you don't say a dog is, like, a horrible dog or something like that. I guess you could say it's a bad dog, but they're that way because they were raised by a human that way with just no compass whatsoever, right? So anyways, this mutt keeps coming around here and like digging into the side of the frame of the door, trying to get in, and like it looks like it has rabies. It doesn't, but it looks like it's just rabid, just crazy. But anyways, I had to chase it off with a bat because it was really digging into the door. Probably gonna have to go find those people so they can pay for the damages they've done to the apartment. Anyway, I just can't stand when people just let their dog, like, it's not once or twice, they just let this dog go free. Like, if this was my house, I would have sued them a long time ago. Or at least I'll ask them to fix the repairs. Anyway, let's go ahead, and this is a bad situation here. We're going to go ahead and get off the Zap Cannon. Actually, we're going to be okay because they have no more shields, and we get the attack and bring in Nidoking and then go ahead and Fury Cutter down. Hey, I guess that's a good situation to have because it's super effective. Alright, so let's talk about this. We did go into the Open Great League. It wasn't by accident. I did this on purpose. We're using an entire team based off the remix. So, still 200 plus as far as rank. The Glade isn't. Okay, let's get that straight. I know. Somebody's going to point out and say, well, the Glade. Yeah, I know. That's ranked good. So we did lower the defense. Let's go ahead and go for the Sludge Wave. And we land it. Taking out the Azumarill. Good night, sleep tight. What you're going to bring in a Toxicroak, and we're able to get to the Sand Tomb. We're going to be able to lower the defense here. When we bring in Glade, it's going to be like 3 Confusions and goodbye. Maybe even 2 at this point. Let's see what happens here. So 1, and then retreat. I don't even know if it registered. So they're out of there. Bringing in an Abomasnow. Now we're going to go ahead and bring in Porygon Z. Or 2. If I said Z, then forgive me. Whoops. Like I put 2 Blizzards in the description yesterday, and it was like anything. Like a couple of people just had to like fixate on that. I fixed it. Okay. It's funny too because I actually had not a typo, but just like a miscommunication as well in the description in my last video. I said the Zap Cannon is going to lower the defense, not attack, but nobody said anything about that. Anyway, we're bringing in Glade and Confusioning down here. In comes Toxicroak. I'm getting nervous because they may have 2 Mud Bombs, and even though we shield this up, but I already know Confusion's already registered, so down they go. GG's. Alright, moving into the next battle, and we're going to get out of the Open Great League. We're going to get back into the Remix, and we're met with a Whiscash. Probably one of the worst leads for me. So we're going to go ahead and swap into Porygon 2, because Glade does have the Leaf Blade. I didn't want to go into that and get countered by some sort of Charm user here. Alright, so we're just going to continue on. Alright, we shielded up because we thought it might be a Blizzard, but they go for the Mud Bomb bait there. That's fine. And we're just going to continue on with the Tri-Attack. I mean, that's all we can do. We get the defense and attack debuff. That's great. I'm thinking, will I survive a Blizzard? We do. Fantastic. Will we get to a charge move? We do. Fantastic. Porygon 2, putting in that work. Too bad we don't have items. Give it the Evolite, make it so much more tankier. In comes a Raichu, and this is going to get a little tricky here. I'm thinking, crap, this guy probably has Psychic. So we're just going to go ahead and bring in the Nidoking and just hope for the best here. And let it go through, and it is a Grass Knot. Surviving it. The Thundershock's doing no damage. So what we're going to do here is go ahead and go for the Sand Tomb, lower the defense on the Diggersby, bring in the Glade, and we're good to go. I mean, we can go for the close combat, but it's kind of be within our best interest to hit the Leaf Blade because it is also super effective non-stab, but we did lower their defense, so they're going to be an extra threat in there. So we're getting that shield. Great. We're going to let this go through, calling a Fire Punch, and that was our win con. We really needed that to happen. If we didn't shield that up, we would have been doomed. Now, I'm not sure if we win this, though. I remember we do. Okay, yeah. All right, so sorry, trying to give it away. We go for the Leaf Blade, building up extra energy, though. In comes the Raichu. And we get to the Leaf Blade. Don't think this is going to quite KO. Nope, but we swap into Nidoking and take him out with Fury Cutter. Another situation where it's going to be super effective, but I do believe Poison Jab would have almost done that same thing. Next battle, we're met with another horrible lead. Man, my day was just getting ruined today with the Spice picks. Not particularly the best time in GBL, I must say. But it is just the first day, so who gives, right? So we're going to go ahead and go for Zap Cannon. First going for the Tri-Attack. Now, people keep shielding Porygon 2 up. I have a feeling they watch my video and they do not want to get featured getting nuked left and right. So they're just using all of their shields when they see the Porygon 2. Whew, it was frustrating. But I guess we're getting the shields, I suppose. So bringing in the Glade here because that's what we're going to have to go with. Nidoking doesn't want to see anything with ice. We don't have anything deterrent to go up against the Lapras. And the thing about Nidoking is it takes too long to get to Sludge Wave. It doesn't have another poison move. It's just not viable. It's just not viable. And again, I already know people are going to probably use it and pull off some clutch wins. Oh my gosh, Nidoking's the best. No, it's not. Use Nidoqueen. It's way better. This Nidoking, this is just a test. And I probably will use it again this season for sure. Because it is just one of my favorite Pokemon in period ever since the beginning. I just loved its original design in blue and red. The sprite was pretty cool, but I'm talking about that artwork that they had for all the Pokemon, you know, with that shading. I loved it. So I kind of screwed up here. Yeah, it's all bad. We're going to lose this. I was all over the place. My head was not in the game today. Really, it wasn't. But again, it is just the first day. So into the next battle here, we're met with the Sneasel. And I'm thinking, well, okay, that's not good for my back line. Glade, yeah, it's not the worst, but it's not the best. Nidoking doesn't want to see it. So we are pulling that little Sneasel out here. We're pulling a lot of weird things in the front because, well, I wouldn't say weird, but, you know, Season 1, first battles. We have the Nidoking in the back, which is weak to ice, so we may see those ice types up in the front. Going for a return, and that takes a lot of energy. So I'm thinking, is that the only move that they have on their Sneasel here? And looks like it is. So we're going to be able to just Confusion down a Dark type. In comes Alakazam, and they're swapping to catch this with a... What was that? Gramble? Oh, a Surpluff, or whatever the heck its name is, weird. But we're going to go ahead and instantly swap into Nidoking, build up to the Sludge Wave or Fury Cutter, take it out with one shot. In comes the Kadabra. It does have Psycho Cut, so it's really not doing much. Getting off a charge move. I didn't have to. I could have went in with the Glade, but I wanted to finish it off with the Nidoking because I wanted to do something here. And we're taking the win. Yay, we're doing it, guys. So yeah, I don't want to use Nidoking. There you go. That's the short version, okay? As we're 12 minutes in. We're met with a Gastrodon here. This is fine. This is actually going to be a pretty cool matchup you're going to see here. We'll just hold it down. And they farm up a lot. They really do. I think it takes a while for that quick move anyways. So we're going for another Tri-Attack. We can't go Zap Cannon. I mean, it's not very effective. Well, it's neutral, but it's better to just go with the Tri-Attack at this point here. Hitting us with the first charge move, we barely survive, and we're able to get to another Tri-Attack. Let's go. Thinking they're going to shield this up, and they let it go, and we take the win there without using any shields, and they use one. Down we go from the Mew, and it does have Dragon Tail. I did see that right before I went down. It's not going to really particularly benefiting us too much. I mean, going up against with the Glade, I mean, yeah, because we're taking neutral damage instead of super effective Shadow Claw. We're going to be bringing in the Nidoking here, going for the Sand Tomb, swapping into our Glade, and I still shield this up, which is a good idea because it's an overheat. What do you know? That would have easily, well, no, I don't think it would have KO'd. We would have still been alive, but very low. But it's going to be within my best interest to keep the Glade alive here because of the Nidoking is just too many weaknesses, and there you go. You got a Slowking in the back. We would have been GG's to us. Getting to the Leaf Blade, getting it through. This thing is very squishy in the Great League, the Nidoking. The Slowking. Too many kings over here. All right, for the next battle, we have a Pincer, and this one threw me off because I was thinking, oh, this has Brick Break, right? Fury Cutter, that's going to spam really quick, so I go ahead and shield up the first one. It is an Aerial Ace. Now, some of these Pokemon, I just simply forget what moves they have because I just don't pay attention to them. Like a Pincer, for instance, I just don't have it all registered in my mind. I think I do, I just don't remember it. Anyways, we're getting to a Tri-Attack. They're letting it go down. I do believe this trainer just simply doesn't use shields. And that... Hey, okay, and they're bringing in a Flareon here, and I felt bad for this. I was like, oh, no, not Flareon. We're just going to prove how bad you are. No. So it's taking a hit of Tri-Attack, almost one-shotting it. No attack buff or defense buff on them. They're going for Overheat. Okay, well, they have just lowered their attack dramatically. So what I decide to do is something a little crazy here. We're going to Fury Cut down a Flareon, just further showing how frail it is. Ugh, yikes. And they have a poison type in the back. Okay, this is looking good for us here. We're just going to go ahead and go for that Sand Tomb. Lower the defense while super effective. Getting off another one immediately here. I mean, that's all we're going to be going for. And then we're just going to slowly but surely take the win here up against this thing. Like I said, this is the first day, so you're going to be seeing all kinds of weird things. So take advantage of having fun picking spicy things. If you want to go in with a try-hard team, you know, you do what you got to do. I have nothing to say against it, all right? Next battle, we're met with the Raichu. Now, I do know what moves this one does have, and we're going to be a little bit more comfortable. It's funny because it's like, I certainly know it has Brick Break, but I let it go through compared to the Pincer where I think maybe it has it, but we shielded up anyways. It's like, what am I doing? All right, so we're letting it go through. We get the attack and defense debuff. What's both going to happen if you get it with the tri-attack? Going for another Brick Break, getting to the return try attack. My goodness, see, my head is everywhere today. We're taking them out. They let it go. They're bringing in a Kingish Kong here, and so we're going to go ahead and bring in the Glade because, well, the Nidoking doesn't really want to see any sort of ground type move. That's going to be doing quite a lot to it, and it's extremely squishy. Nidoking is really not a reliable Pokemon at all in the Great League for sure. Like I said, Nidoqueen all the way, and they have a combustion in the back. So I swap into our Nidoking. And I just wanted to get some sort of play here, so we're just going to go ahead and go Sand Tomb. Super effective. Now, do you want to run Sand Tomb or Earth Power? From this experience, go Earth Power. What the heck is going on with this trash? I'm sorry, I don't mean to sound negative. It's just so disappointing that one of my favorite Pokemon getting a move that is enabling it to bait, it's still not good. Oh, you need to run Poison Jab. No, that's not what this is all about. It's just bad. Maybe in the Ultra League it can perform a little better, but going in here with Glade, just hitting the close combat, taking the win. Alright, so yeah, Porygon Z, though, was definitely fun. Getting those attack debuffs, and now we're going to lead with it. Now, speaking of Porygon 2, did I say Porygon Z again? Porygon, okay. So we're up against this thing. We're going to go just straight Zap Cannon. Why even waste time? We get it out, one shot. They come in with a Whiz Catch, and I'm like, yeah, buddy. I can't call this win yet, but it's looking pretty good when you one-shot that first Pokemon right away. See, Lock-On just charges so quick, you never know if they're going to hit you with a nuke or just bait you with Tri-Attack. So they're going for a Mud Bomb, and we're not able to get to another Tri-Attack here. They're going to be able to take us out, and that's great. We're going to come in here with Glade. We have a Leaf Blade, and we're going to be looking just peachy. And I do believe we would want to shield this one up. Or, no, we're going to let it go, because we know it's certainly a Mud Bomb, yeah. So letting that go. Building up energy. They are not going to be catching, so they're going to let this go down here. And or shield it, I doubt they... Okay, they want to shield it. Interesting. They must have something in the back that's very weak to Glade. And we'll see here in just a moment, because one more confusion is going to take them out. While holding on to this energy, and it is going to be a Abomasnow. So here we go. Should have built up to a little bit more energy, but hey, it is what it is. They're letting it go. Oh, that's why, because they're almost fainted. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!